Senator Menendez, thank you for joining us. Given all the pressing issues that are on the plate of your committee, why are you trying to revive this treaty now?
Well, I believe this is about promoting the rights of 58 million Americans and 5.5 million veterans who have some form of disability, and being able to guarantee through the treaty and our leadership globally to create the opportunities for any American to visit another country in the world and find it more likely than not that they'll have the same accessibility standards as they travel abroad for business, for recreation, for sports, for advocacy.
Now you fell, this was just last December, the last vote, and you fell 6 votes short. What makes you think that now you can get the votes?
Well, several things. Number one is many members voted no because they said it was done in a lame duck session and we shouldn't have treaties in a lame duck session. That's not the case now. Secondly, we've broadened the universe of Republicans helping us with the treaty. Senator McCain, Senator Ayotte, Senator Mark Kirk are all strong advocates of the treaty and are actually helping us in proselytizing members to our goal.
Though they were with you before, weren't they?
But they weren't, other than Senator McCain, they weren't out there actively. Thirdly, our universe of supporters has grown. We have some of the main veterans organizations, American Legion, VFW, among others, who are strongly advocating for the treaty, and that is a powerful force in addition to the disabilities advocacy community and to a business community that has come to understand that American leadership globally also means creating American standards for accessibility products abroad.
Have you refined your arguments in any way from the last time?
I think we're ready to refute the arguments on homeschoolers that somehow this will abrogate the rights of parents to school their child at home. That clearly is not the case. We're ready for those arguments. We're ready for the arguments on sovereignty. And we have a universe of those who actually hold some of those views, the desire to homeschool their children, the question of pro-life entities, and others who are strong supporters of the treaty. And we'll use them as well to refute these arguments.
So you're saying last time you weren't necessarily prepared for all those arguments?
I think that on the homeschooling issue, we were blindsided by the nature of that. We're fully prepared for that and for other arguments as well.
Number one issue raised by the opponents before was that somehow this international treaty would infringe on the rights of states, the rights of the U.S. in general, to determine how it provides for people with disabilities, the rights it provides. How do you refute that argument?
The treaty does absolutely nothing to infringe upon American sovereignty, to infringe upon the rights of parents to teach their children at home, or on any other issue, because we already have the highest standard in the world through the Americans with Disabilities Act, through case law, through other federal legislation that already makes us the highest standard in the world. That is a non-issue. Now, there are some people who see any treaty and say, oh, it's abdication of sovereignty. That's simply not the case. And also, we will have something that is always done in a treaty called reservations, understandings, declarations, which is our country will say, here's our reservations, understandings, and declarations as we enter into this treaty, and those have well established in case law in the United States that they supersede any other responsibility. So the bottom line is nothing in the treaty is going to do anything other than to give us the global leadership. Our seat at the table is vacant. We could be leading the world in this regard. Last
time you had 8 Republicans voting with you. 3 of them have left the Senate. If you got all the Democrats and the independents, you're at 55. I mean, where do you think you are in the count you need to get to 67?
Well, we're already at 61. Including Republican colleagues that are committed to us. So we're looking at 6 votes. 6 votes for the incredible opportunity for millions of Americans with disabilities to enjoy the same freedom abroad as they do here at home. And I think that it has to be compelling among our colleagues that have yet to cast a vote on this treaty and or who will have the opportunity to do so not in the lame duck period. And then finally, you know, if we cannot pass this treaty is about as much as motherhood apple pie as you can get. If we cannot pass this treaty, we're not going to pass any treaties here on any substantive issues.
Senator Menendez, thank you.
Thank you.